Hello, Slime. How is it going today?
Other than the dreadful amount of sleepy that I have, pretty good. How are you?
Yeah. Just yeah.
I, yeah, that match went on so long last night.
Dude, some long old games, but they were some really fun games to watch last night.
They really were.
Like, was that three games in a row where both teams were within about 60 seconds of dying? Like, that's really close. I loved it so much. They were so good to watch.
Yeah, it was not clear about who was going to lose any of the rounds just because they were so close. Okay, I got two readies.
So, just to confirm, the two teams we have playing today is Jose, the Hispanic Zealot, is that correct? Versus Malicious Eclipse. Is that right?
It is absolutely correct. We got Villain and Unborn Slayer, which also known as Shadow, in the Malicious Eclipse, and we got Naiwai and Blivk Vron. I'll
Not
say that.
Black Baron, no, not Black Baron.
No, clearly not. There's no A's there. It's Blivk
My
Bavarian.
bad, bad.
All right, I'm gonna start the match.
I mean, going by your logic, so it's Villain and Shad Zero W. Is that?
You're absolutely correct about that. And this time, I'm gonna make sure I don't just stream the brackets for a good minute or two.
I believe in you. I believe in you, Slime. You got this. Pro streamer now. This is like your 10th stream, so you're a pro streamer now.
Yeah.
Yes, Cosnas. This is a 2v2 PvP cute defense tournament. So, yeah. I think the games are usually 4v4, but for this tournament, it's 2v2s.
So for those that don't know, this is the lovely Mousy Fuzz who is helping me co-host the stream, so that it's not just
Lovely is a
all
strong word.
awkward and silent. It is a very strong word, but you know me, I'm a strong slime. Oh, I see people going
Oh,
right.
they're going right. Hey, we got one team going left, one team going right. And let's
Let's
see how they start. Two town halls on the right for Malicious Eclipse. How about on the left?
two town halls as well, but they got a
Oh, but
minor.
they have done this very differently to every other team. I have not seen two teams put the town halls next to each other. I don't know what sort of difference this is going to make, but usually all the teams leave a little gap between their town halls for those gold mines. And the reason for this is when your gold mines are right next to your town hall, that gold collection is much quicker. So with the gold mines between two town halls, you are both collecting at like the highest efficiency from all your gold mines. So it's interesting to see them not doing it the same way. Perhaps they're doing a bit more to conserve space in their base later on.
Yeah. So the big benefit of leaving them apart like this is that they don't have a spot for rain to go in between their town halls because gold mines have such a small hitbox around them. Rain can technically fit in the corners between the town halls. So though they don't get the benefit of having faster gold, they do have that extra safety against the rain. As we've seen, we've had some rain get stuck behind all the town halls before, and it does not end up well. We already
So
have a bunker wall being built for Jose the Hispanic Zealot.
they do indeed, plugging up that big old gap on the right. Now, one thing to notice as well, and this is they're all really small things that you've got to take into consideration because everyone's been building in just one of these squares, and it has a few effects on the positioning of where you build your walls. So when they've built this bunker wall, you've got more surface area because it's sticking out slightly, so then more lings can wrap around it. On the other hand, building it slightly further out your base, you've got more space in your base for which is a very limited resource in this game mode. So
Yeah, those are definitely some trade-offs you have to think about here, and I'm more for one of taking the less hits on the walls because, man, that late game you start taking so many hits and so much damage, you need to minimize that as much as possible. Though I guess
that's
that
it,
space
right?
does give you one extra aura you can add for maybe armor or another moonwall you can fit in.
Or even as we saw yesterday, maybe you could fit in another, is that space for 6 small boulder towers?
Yeah, it was a very large amount of boulder towers that was just sitting beside that bunker wall yesterday.
Okay, Shadow's going for this cute spawner that spawned on their side of the map. Oh, 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 he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming.
He was just waiting
So
it
there you
out,
go.
biding his time, and he got it.
Very nicely done. That's all cleaned up.
There's no
I
threat to
think they're
him
going to be
anymore.
okay. They've got 2 boulder towers here that will take care of all those lings.
Oh yeah, that shouldn't
Now,
be any issue.
oh wow, 3 moonwells on the left-hand side for Jose, the Hispanic zealot. It's a lovely start. You've got to feel safe already. You've got to feel confident in the early game, and
Four.
maybe at that point you're like, well, we've got the safe start. We can just like go hard into the eco now. Like that's what I mean. Like the smallest things in this game mode seem to like just snowball. So these tiny little differences, these tiny little things that you can change seem to have a massive effect once you hit the late game.
It does look like we might have a repeat of yesterday where they had a bunch of boulder towers right beside a bunker wall. They might have saw that play and they're like, ooh, we got to copy that because that's one already. No, it's not much, but it's a start.
So from a coding point of view, perhaps from a understanding how the game works point of view, and this is something I've noticed, but it's one of those things that maybe I'm just paranoid. So I'm looking at this north wall on the side of Malicious Eclipse, and all the lings were hitting the basic wall and not the resonance wall. There is no difference in aggro between types of wall, except for maybe like the bonker wall, which is slightly different. But like they don't just go for the weakest wall, right? They just go for whichever one is closest and or looks tastiest.
Yeah, they absolutely go for the tastiest wall, which is usually the one that's closest to them because that's the strongest scent of flavor they can get, right? Closer to the food, you're gonna smell it more, so that's what they go for. And
Oh,
they
they've
have a
just run out of
fifth
gold mines on the
moonwell
left.
going on for Jose.
Who am I looking at here? I'm looking at someone who has who is this? Oh, I've lost who it was. I had someone highlighted. Someone had a pig farm. I'm interested to see if they build it.
Let's see.
Whoever it was, they have rerolled it because I'm not seeing a pig farm,
It
which we
looks
saw
like
a good few pig farms in yesterday's games.
Naiwa has a sixth moonwell just sitting in their slots right now. I think they're
Well,
gonna
they've
have
got to be
no
feeling
issues with healing.
comfortable.
It looks like they're gonna be able to go full greed into this game if this is how they're getting their moonwells. But on the other hand, they have 0 gold mines, so they have to wait for all of their gold right now.
Do either of them have anything?
Blizzard Bear,
They don't. They are both empty on gold. That is not a happy place to be. And like, it feels okay. Sometimes you want to squeeze out, oh, we've got another moonwell. I want to squeeze that moonwell out. But then once you've been sitting there for 30 seconds waiting for gold, that moonwell sitting there waiting to be built doesn't feel so good anymore.
it's true, but as we've seen in the previous matches, those moonwells are the difference between night and day. Once they all go out of energy, you're just done. So,
That is it. We've seen, I think, people die in 2 ways, right? We've seen people either the rain just you get a little bit unlucky with where those lings fall during the ling rain, or your moonwells give out. That is pretty much the only 2 ways we've seen bases fail.
yeah, generally that is the case. I do think that Naiwa, though they are going to be really far in eco, they're going to be able to greed much, much harder than Malicious will be able to because of that safety they have. They don't have to worry about building anymore if they really don't want to, other than maybe a tower at every entrance.
Important to note that the bunker wall on the side of Malicious Eclipse has been built identically to the one for Jose the Hispanic Zealot. They have built it in exactly the same place. Obviously mirrored because they're on opposite sides, but it's built in exactly the same place. So they're both feeling comfortable with that positioning.
The bunker walls do have an incredible amount of health, so they're probably feeling safe because a Moonwell does the percentage healing. It heals it up rather quickly.
One thing I will point out to you is go ahead and have a little click on those buildings for Malicious Eclipse. We are already at 2-2 upgrades for the walls. That is some really quick upgrades. They are seem to be valuing those highly.
Yeah, a villain already has his towers at 1 as well. Let's see.
And on the left-hand side here, we have I'm going with Black Baron, who was just styling on those lings. He was showing off a little bit. He was kiting them round. He was dancing with danger right there. Maybe just styling a little bit, but he did actually. He was outside the base. He was killing one of the spawners. He did a pretty good, safe job of it. He knows what he's doing.
Well, we did establish yesterday that this is partially a dance competition, so I
Oh, it definitely is.
do enjoy those style points that we get. But
Neither side, as of yet, has been able to capture any of the critters, which is obviously that hidden little goal that none of the players know about. That you are meant to be catching all these critters. That is obviously the aim of the game, and not to eliminate your opponent.
yep, it's true. The person that actually gets first place at the end of this tournament is the people that save the most critters by the end, not who actually wins the finals.
Can you imagine? It's like, hey, nowhere in the tournament rules did it say you actually have to beat your opponents.
It's
You
true.
read the fine print.
It looks like Malicious is getting a battery for their 2 moonwells, and they also have an energy aura, so they're not falling too far behind, at least. And again, they have a. Let's see how much more money they have.
Oh, here is Shadow. He's going for it. Now, it's important to watch these. With like Shadow going for that spawner, it's important to watch those guys. So for anyone that missed yesterday's games, we saw someone go to kill a spawner, and the other team, there is the ability, I believe, to quick spawn, which is you can force a round of lings to spawn instantly at the click of a button. And one of the players waited for the opposing team to be standing right next to the spawner to kill it, and they quick spawned and killed one of the players there and then. Luckily, they were able to recover and get that builder resurrected, but it was very nicely played, very well timed, and definitely did a little bit of maybe morale damage more than anything else.
Yep. Fortunately, they were able to turn it around still and win that round, though still was not enough for them to win the match. Yes. So they got another gold mine coming in on Malicious, Eclipse, and Jose still have no gold mines. They're just waiting and waiting. They're starting to.
What's their passive income like?
It's
So
rather
9
low.
and 14. So that's only a combined 23, is that? And looking at the other team, theirs is like a combined 41, I think. So
Yeah.
almost double the income. Also gold mines. It's a little bit worrying for them. It's not a great place to be. I would be tempted to just leave all those spawners up for now, just so I get the income from killing lings that come my way.
That is probably a good choice on their part if they do that. It looks like they're trying to keep the southern spawners alive so that it all is taken onto the 1 wall. It's a lot.
Ancient Thorns.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to defend a 2x2 slot than it is to defend a 4x2.
And they have, it looks like 3 bunkers are in range of the ancient thorns.
Yeah, I don't think the top right one can fit, but the other 3 are definitely hitting it. And they just got an energy aura out to help with that as well, so they're in a very safe position,
It feels
but they
so
have no
bad they're
economy.
not getting any gold mines or anything. I don't think they would skip over any that they saw. But they are behind on upgrades. Looking at it, I can't see any like tower upgrades. I can't see any wall upgrades or anything like that. And that has got to be a product of the fact that they can't afford to. They don't have the money to upgrade, and even if they did, they'd be using that money to re-roll to try get some eco going, to spawn spawners and lings on the other side.
Yeah, this does look like it's going to be a tough start for them. Though, if they manage to squeak by, they will have a strong position for late game.
Oh no, they're in a lovely place. These 2 bunker walls, and then whatever they want to put down south, maybe they keep that Ancient Thorns, maybe they swap it out to a Resonance Wall. Maybe even they swap it out so Black Baron rebuilds that tower as one of his own and starts to go as their sort of like chief waller. So
Yeah, it does look like Black Baron almost owns the entirety of their defenses, and It's just that southern wall and tower that's not it. So I'm wondering if all the upgrades are going to go from Black Baron, while Naiwa just focuses on sending.
I do.
It's like Malicious Eclipse has a nature tower coming in, preparing for those bosses rather early.
Yeah, yeah. We saw that was one of the things. If the games go late, it tends to be it tends to come down to like how well can you deal with those bosses. And I think Frost Towers and Nature Towers, personally, in standard, which plays very differently, is always my way to go for dealing with those bosses. So I'm
Seem
I'm liking the direction they're going, even if they're not quite there yet for Malicious Eclipse.
Malicious Eclipse, Shadow just got his pig farm up, so they're gonna get their upgrades even further for the walls, which are already 332.
Like that feels like he's got them really quite quickly. I'm wondering if he has been upgrading them sort of like on cooldown, like as soon as they hit their cheapest price, or if he's maybe even pushed his luck a little bit and he's going beyond that
I'm,
upgrading before it hits that lowest cost it goes down to.
I'm fairly sure that he's been upgrading as it hits the lowest costs. I did check after their second upgrade, and it was at an appropriate amount. So I'm thinking they feel really comfortable noticing how little gold mines the enemy team's gotten to just keep on upgrading without worrying about falling behind in economy.
They are also destroying every single spawner that gets thrown up on their side of the map. I know there is still one there, but that one that was down there was destroyed a moment ago, so
Normally they
they
would
have been clearing their side of the map of all spawners.
Normally that wouldn't be a strong strategy because you'd be giving them such cheap economy, but it looks like they just don't. Oops. Let me just.
Was that an alarm to remind you to get up?
No, somebody's calling me right now. Uh, sorry about that. What was I saying?
About yeah, no, you don't want to give your opponents cheap economy. So for anyone that doesn't really know how it works, including I didn't know how it worked, I am learning a lot from watching this tournament. So every time you spawn a spawner on your opponent's side, it actually gives you economy, so it increases your passive income. But the other thing that is important to note is the more spawners that are on your opponent's side, the more expensive it is to spawn another one. So if your opponent keeps clearing the map, you are making it cheaper for them to gain economy. But they don't seem to mind on Malicious Eclipse. They are letting them have basically free economy, but I think they feel comfortably enough ahead on economy, knowing how few gold mines they've had on the left hand side here, to just keep going with that.
Exactly what I was thinking until I forgot.
Just thrown off for a moment. It's fine. They're making use of these flying machines. I think I've only really seen one other flying machine or one other team use flying machines this tournament, but they're making heavy use of them on the left hand side here. Maybe scouting what's incoming.
It is giving them good vision to know what's about to hit them so they can plan for it ahead of time, especially if they have to move miners across their base. Vision is a huge, huge tool. It lets you start hurting them earlier and it lets you prepare for them earlier, and that's just everything you need to do.
I think Villain just dealt with another spawner.
It does look like they're trying to keep that southern one, just to make it a little bit more expensive to get that economy.
So looking at this, the passive economy on the left hand side, they are at 40 on the dot passive economy. Whereas on the right, they are at 70. So they are on their way to almost double the passive eco.
Yeah, this does look like it's going to snowball rather hard for Malicious Eclipse. And it does feel like Jose, the Hispanic zealot, is having the exact same problem you have when you play on the experimental. No gold mines.
Yes, no gold mines. But they've had two. I see they've got one up at the moment, but they did have two up, so they've got a chance to catch up a little maybe. Possibly I'd be considering if I was in their position with oh wait, scout tower outside, interesting. if I had two Angioras, if I had six Moonwells, if I had two Bunker Walls, if I had this Ain't and a Thornstown and a Flame Tower every entrance, I'd be like, okay, we got to catch up. Full eco, just full eco for the next 5 minutes. Full eco. Our base will not fall in the next 5 minutes. Let's just get that eco up and get ourselves back into a fighting position in this game.
Honestly, they probably would be fine for like the next 20 as long as they do like an occasional wall upgrade. It does look like Niwa upgraded their walls, which is funny because Black Baron has
Yeah,
most of the walls.
but I noticed the same thing. But my thinking on it is the only wall that is being attacked is Niwa's wall in the south. So it makes sense for them to upgrade that wall. And it's only 1-1. Those upgrades are pretty cheap.
It's true.
So there's not too you don't lose too much from getting those 1-1 upgrades. That is at least safely keeping you in the game for now.
They just spent 400 gold to get all of their upgrades to 1. So it's not that expensive, but when you're not
Oh, did
making a lot of
they go
economy,
across the board?
yeah, they also have energy upgrade.
Okay. Oh, I guess that actually does make sense for the energy upgrade at least. They own 5 of those Moonwells.
Yeah, they should definitely be pumping that energy upgrades on cooldown because they have their full moon wells. So if they can keep those full and keep getting more and more upgrades, it's gonna save them so much in the future.
Apologies, I didn't beat that.
And immediately they have a second upgrade for their energy. They're at 132 for their moon well.
Shadow is now at 4-4 on the walls. And one thing that I find interesting, I'm not sure why they did this. I think I may have missed when they did this. But that north wall for Shadow was 2 resonance walls. It's now a tower wall and a resonance wall. And I'm not sure why they did that. I
Villain,
liked having 2 resonance walls, honestly.
I can tell you it's because Villain despises the resonance wall. I
Oh,
he
can we
does
kick him from the tournament?
he does not think they're good, so I can guarantee they probably were telling Shadow that they need to replace that soon.
But it's so fun watching all the links bounce back. Now, one thing I do think is like they are as we can see with the nature towers and stuff, they're probably thinking about the late game. And what I can fully understand is when it gets to the late game, those resonance will do lose some value in that they don't bounce back the bosses. They only bounce back the smalling. So
It's true, it's true. I have been considering making them bounce back bosses, but the stun it does will only last half as long.
perhaps. How about this? You give us a larger version of the resonance wall that can bounce for bosses back.
4x4 resonance wall.
Oof, oof. Call it a bumper wall or something. It's fine.
Bumper wall. I might make a
Don't
wall that's
worry.
specifically for bosses and doesn't help you much against regular lings. But it looks like
I'd
they
be
got a.
interested to see how you'd implement that actually, because that could be it's an interesting concept, but sounds difficult to implement.
Hmm, I have a few ideas that could work, but I wouldn't want to say anything right now so people don't expect whatever I say.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
But they got a fourth Moonwell with 2 batteries and 2 chargers for Malicious Eclipse over here. But it does look like Jose the Hispanic Zealot has gotten a second energy aura.
And Black Baron is up here in the north. They are adamant on only defending from the south, so they have taken out that spawner. He doesn't see any of these lings. These are all in the fog of war for him. He hasn't even got a glimpse on them, I believe.
He has no idea of the danger chasing him right now.
Yes. He was moments from death, but not really. He could have outrun them. But they were just outside his vision range. He can see those. And we have on the other side Villain also dealing with another spawner. They are keeping the numbers of spawners down. They seem to see a lot of value in keeping the number of spawners down.
Yeah, I mean, when your opponent is struggling for economy early on, it can be beneficial for you to not kill them because they can't really do much with getting more spawners. But at the same time, if they can't send waves, they're going to be missing out on a lot more economy. So they're really doing everything they can to keep them from catching up by killing all the spawners. It's also going to help prevent any bosses from spawning in the future. What are the lings? The lings have been upgraded twice now. It looks like they got a third energy aura for those moon walls. Those moon walls are going to be sitting pretty soon if they get a couple more of them.
I'm interested by the how many damage auras they've built. They seem to be placing a lot of value in these damage auras. They've got 4 of them already.
Well, each one does increase the damage by 10%. So that is a 30% damage increase. So it's very, very good to have.
Shadow just given a tankling the Dukes.
Hey, you can
Oh,
see him
because
chasing.
they want a gold wall on the outside. Okay.
I think they think it's
Fair
worthwhile
enough.
to drain their moon walls to keep that economy going ahead.
Is
Do we...
it? I don't think it will drain those moon wells. If you click on their southernmost moon well, I
Oh
don't
yeah.
think it reaches that gold wall.
Is it worthwhile putting it down then? Will it take 100 hits before it falls?
Hopefully. I mean, with those 4-4 upgrades, remember, you got 4-4 upgrades, and the Lings have only 2 upgrades, so they're going to survive a lot of hits. Especially, they've got a defense aura down there as well.
Yeah, it does have a 40% damage reduction. That's
So for
spawning.
anyone kind of new to this game mode or new to Versus, the way this entire game mode kind of works is you are building your base to try keep yourself alive from waves of Lings, and the main difference between Versus mode and the standard mode of this game is usually when you're playing standard, the Lings come from sort of AI spawned spawners that constantly come at you over the course of the game. The difference in Versus mode is you are actually in control of the Zerglings that spawn to attack your enemies. And the more sort of Zerglings you spawn, the more Zergling spawners that you spawn, actually increases your economy. So there's sort of like, there's reward to attacking your opponent, which slowly drives your sort of like the amount of gold you have up. And but you've got to balance that with your own defenses, because you obviously you don't want your opponents breaking into your base. So that is the general gist of how this game mode works for anyone that is new to this game mode.
Oops.
I'm just remembering that he was gonna increase the speed of this one, and doing it while Villain was on the way to break a spawner. So
It just made him run faster. I don't know why the game mode was set to faster before I started. I don't know why it didn't automatically change it to faster. But
something to look into, perhaps.
yeah, so I just gotta remember to do that. So it looks
Oh, wow.
like
Getting called out, Slime.
it does look like Black Baron got fed up with the fact that he was getting no gold mines and blew up his town hall for a gold farm, and then immediately rolled 3 gold mines.
So, interesting thing here. So, just as Villain was running back to the base from destroying one of the northern spawners, another one actually spawned in the north, but he was still on his way back. So, instead, this time, Shadow's gone out to destroy the other spawner.
And on
What
his
I
way
will
back,
point
another
out
one
is-
spawned in the north.
It has indeed, but what I will point out is, as he was on his way, you can see this dead body here. He is re-rolling on his way to destroy those spawners. He is not wasting a single second.
Just looks like he really wants to win this one.
Wait, he's building an archer outside, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Probably to
You
be
gonna
a distraction.
use that to bait? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, move.
Arthur, thank you very much for the raid. Here you go, I think he's got this. And there's another one in the north. Is he going to take that one as well?
They just
So
keep...
as you can see, the Zerglings only have 2 upgrades right now. And while the Zerglings are below 6 upgrades, it is actually only 1 hit to destroy the spawners from your builder. Once you hit 6 upgrades, it then starts to take 2 hits, and you're in that little bit more danger because you've got to... What is the time between... What is the swing timer on builders? Because they seem to hit really slow.
It is 3 seconds between each hit.
So if you want to, once the lings are level 6, if you want to destroy a spawner, you're standing next to your own death for a good 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, which leaves plenty of opportunity to do a quick spawn for 750 gold and just immediately kill them. Looks like Jose is heavily investing into the cannon towers and flame towers strategy. They do have one nature tower, but I think if it gets to bosses, they're going to have the disadvantage compared to Malicious Eclipse, because Malicious Eclipse has 3 nature towers right now. A lot more direct damage.
So taking a look at the economies, I just took a look at the economies, and we have got Jose the Hispanic Zealot. They're on roughly 120 passive income, while Malicious Eclipse are on just over 200. I think maybe about 220. So
It looks like Naiwa has gotten 222 across the board, and Black Baron has 111 across the board. That's nothing compared to Shadow's 555 and Villain's 4. I really think Jose is going to have a lot of work to catch up.
they do. They've got a base that is going to hold. It's a strong base, but I don't know. We've seen it before. Being that behind an economy, it kind of feels more like a countdown to losing rather than. I guess you gotta do something drastic to win the game from here.
It's true. We did see a couple of matches yesterday where people were very far behind an economy and they managed to catch up and win still. Back when Eminem was it Eminem? No, it was, who was it? Someone was 75 behind, and they managed to catch up with that.
I mean, the win condition for them here. Just taking a quick look, the win condition from them here. They have a lot more Moonwells and a lot more energy auras going for them. We take a look over at Malicious Eclipse. Four Moonwells and 3 energy auras.
And 2 chargers.
I am not sure. I am honestly not sure that more than 1 Moonwell reaches that southern Ancients of Thorns. So if you can drain that southern Moonwell, well, that could just be it. That could just be game.
It's going to be tough though, because those 2 batteries are going to keep charging that Moonwell. You have to drain it 3 times when it has 174 energy.
Definitely doable though. It's definitely doable.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider that Malicious Eclipse, maybe not sort of like thinking about the consequences of this, they have been cleaning up the northern spawners and leaving the southern ones. So they have almost been forcing things to keep coming towards the south.
Yeah, but it does look like they have stopped clearing these spawners just because it's starting to get so crazy out there and the Zoomlings are starting to spawn. So it does look like the Lings are going to get split up a little bit more now. But
yeah, we're reaching the point that it is just okay. To be fair, we have seen some crazy good players over these past couple of days that have left the base, and even at this point or later in the game, gone to destroy spawners, which is so risky. But it is, once you have this constant stream on both sides of Zerglings coming at you, clearing up those spawners is so difficult because no one really uses units in versus, not outside your base to clean up spawners. It pretty much is send your builder out, maybe with 1 or 2 units as purely distractions, and go take them out. But when there are this many Lings waiting to chew on your ankles, well, that could just be game over if you risk it. But we have seen it done.
yeah, at this point, Jose the Hispanic Zealot has like, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spawners just sitting outside of their gate right now. If they can get out and kill a handful of those, it's gonna put them back on the board really quickly. But if they don't do something soon, that economy that Malicious Eclipse is getting from it is just gonna snowball so hard. But it's gonna be super risky to do that. Like they have 15 seconds if they hop now with no zoomlings, they have a chance to get one or two, but they still have to get back without dying, which is the hard part.
I am loving this full-on Ling rush to the south of the base, to be honest. It's great to watch. Just Zerglings rushing in. These cutelings, sorry, not these Zerglings, these cutelings rushing in from every direction to run at this Ancient of Thorns. And we were questioning the fact that Niwa was going for the wall upgrades with only one of their 3 walls. But it's paying off for upgrades on that Ancient of Thorns to the south, and it is being absolutely hammered non-stop at this point in the game. And I think those upgrades were worth every single gold that was spent on them.
It does seem a little strange to me that Black Baron has an Ancient of War inside of one of his bunkers. The Ancient of War, being a melee unit, can't do anything inside of the bunker.
So the only thing that changes from my understanding of this game is having any unit inside the bunker actually changes where it sits on the threat table. Whether that makes too much of a difference, having it how they've got it set up right now, I don't think so, but...
None. There's nothing else for the links to target, so it having 0 threat or 100 threat would be the exact same.
Now, my only thought on this is, let's say you get to the late game, Slime, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that bunker wall is being absolutely hammered, and it looks like it's gonna fall. If I unloaded that Ancient of War to the right-hand side and popped it out... Oh, wait, we got rain on the side.
And nothing
that
happened.
Was easily cleared up. Very, very nicely done. This is why you have the energy tower and used very well in the middle. That just cleaned up all that Ling rain. But yeah, if you unload that Ancient of War in the middle of the bunker being hammered, that 1 second or 2 seconds that it will take where the Ancient of War takes aggro, it's 1 or 2 seconds that your Moonwells can catch up on healing that tower. Or that wall, sorry.
Well, the thing about the Ancient of Wars as well is that they upgrade with the building upgrades. So if you have enough of them in there, it's going to be longer than 1 or 2 seconds. They're going to essentially be walking walls. So if they walk out of the range of that Moonwell and take all the damage and just sacrifice themselves, it will help quite a bit. It does look like Malicious Eclipse is now trapped in their base. They do not have the opportunity anymore to go out and clear those spawners. It looks like we're coming out down to the boss rush now. At least soon.
So for anyone that is newer to the game, the bosses will spawn differently to standard. They will spawn when there are 750, is that right? 750
Yep.
Zerglings on your half of the map. So that is a lot of Zerglings. As you can see, there are a lot of Zerglings here, but you need 750 on your side of the map for a boss to spawn. And when it does, those 750 Zerglings just pop, and a massive mega cuteling will show up, and he'll just hang around, he'll just chill for a couple of moments, and then he'll just strut his way over and start chewing on your wall.
They pop and the game lags for like a good 2 seconds, and then it gets all clear again. It's a lot of confetti on the screen.
Hunterling? That is a Hunterling on the south wall for Jose.
I wonder if Jose will retaliate by sending a Hunterling just before they kill it. I do not think they have the funds for it though.
There we go, that is the first Hunterling down. That first one, nice and easy to kill, but they definitely do start building up the later the game goes. Because those bosses get stronger and stronger every time a new one is built. And if I'm not mistaken, both teams have now got rid of their town halls. Both teams are relying on the passive economy, which is the economy that you generate and build up through summoning Zerglings to attack your enemy. So at this point, no one is relying on gathering gold anymore.
It looks like Malicious Eclipse is sitting on 7.
That spawned right on their doorstep as well.
Oh my goodness, they're just super surrounded. Both teams are sitting on 6 and 7 energy auras right now too. Those Moonwells are gonna be chonky.
Now, I'm assuming they're keeping an eye on this because, you know, they're not bad players. But on the side of Malicious Eclipse, those two top walls are they're being attacked by quite a lot of lings now, and they don't have that northern moonwell turned on. I do hope they're keeping an eye on that, and because I don't see. I think there are that 4 or 5. Oh,
There's
it's
6.
5 miners. So they are relying on, is it 6 miners
Yeah.
to keep those walls alive?
And they're doing a really good job, but that's also because they have 6 health upgrades, so those miners are repairing incredibly fast.
Oh, we have a boost on the lings. The lings have been boosted, so they are going for a push to try take down maybe the Moonwell energy, maybe the walls for Jose. So does the boost? No, the boost only affects one side. So they've boosted the Zerglings on the left-hand side, which there is a Hunterling that has also been boosted, just hammering on that north bunker wall.
Yeah, that's the second Hunterling, I think. Yeah, it's the second Hunterling,
That
so it's
is-
still not too strong, but it's doing 200 damage a hit. So with that 20% attack speed boost, it's hitting quite a lot. Montcalm in my chat brings up a good point that those spawners that are near their base could be taken down by the cannon towers that they have. The only issue is that they do have 16,000 health, so those towers are going to take a long time to kill those spawners. So they might have to do some juggling.
So they hit for an average of about 200 damage. Yeah, that's a lot of hits. So that's what, 5 to do 1,000 damage. Times 16. That's what, about 90 hits or so. Quick math.
A lot.
Oh, that building slot has been disabled. Which side is that on?
That is on the side of Jose.
Oh no, they are just getting everything thrown at them right now to hinder them. That is, Malicious Eclipse are pulling no punches at this point. They are harassing their opponents. I would not be surprised if we saw another round of rain soon. Because let's face it, it's not just about having a well set up base. It's not just about like how well you know the game. There is also, you know, you're not going to play perfectly. It's almost impossible to play perfectly in a game like this. So the more things you're juggling, thinking about, oh god, there's rain coming down. Oh no, the sort of like, you know, oh, I've only got 2 building slots, and you're worried about only getting 2 building slots because you're like, oh, what if I'm not getting that XYZ tower or aura that I need? So that mental game of having these things thrown at you, even if it doesn't make a game-changing difference, the morale aspect of it can be a big difference.
There's a Hunterling on the south side of Jose. It seems like there is.
They are investing a lot in these. We haven't seen this many Hunterlings used before, so
There's 2 Mega Cutelings south of Malicious Eclipse.
wait, where are they? I don't see them.
There's
I
one.
don't have everyone selected.
And
There
there's
we
2.
go. And the Hunterling.
And there's 2 Hunterlings
2
south.
Hunterlings. Oh, they could be going for this right now.
They're heavily investing in those Hunterlings.
But having said that, look at their moonwells. Their moonwells are still pretty much full. They're not struggling in the slightest. But the wall is struggling. It was just dipped down to about 50% there.
Yeah, they might have to start manually healing that Ancient of Thorns if it keeps taking this much damage. But they are at 6-5 right now. Did they panic upgrade? Is that what just happened?
No, they may have panic upgrade once, but they have been keeping up on the upgrades. They were a little bit behind, but like last time I checked, and that was about 10 minutes ago now, they were on 4 upgrades on that wall, so I don't think they panic upgraded too much.
I think they might have, because their cost for the upgrade wall armor is 2,200 gold right now.
Oh, okay, that is a couple of panic upgrades then right there. But it needed it. If their wall's about to fall, oh wow. I don't know about you, this is getting a little bit choppy for me.
It is getting a little bit choppy for me as well. There's
Right,
quite a
I'm
bit
not gonna
going
lie,
on.
I'm just gonna do this, and that should tidy it up somewhat for me.
It's okay, the bosses are going to spawn and that's going to help.
There we go.
There is another Mega Cuteling spawn somewhere. It's just a matter... Oh, south side of Jose.
They are all coming from the south.
That is definitely going to hurt Jose.
I'm impressed with how well the walls are holding though. They are... Like the walls are holding, the moon wells are holding. They're not having too many issues. What I absolutely love is if you click on this Ancient of Thorns, it is at 670 kills. So showing its value right there, how much damage it is doing just from being hit.
Yeah, 675, man. It's just crawling up. It does not give a shit. It will take everything down with it. Oh, that one flame tower just above it, though, has 1,077 kills.
That is a lot of roastlings. That is a lot of roastlings.
You could feed so many people.
So the Mega Cuteling is now at 3-3. It was 2-2, but it is now 3-3 upgrades. It is getting stronger. We do have a Frost Tower not actively beating on it. Maybe they want to manually target that Frost Tower on the Mega Cuteling.
That would probably be a good choice for them. Another Mega Cuteling has spawned. They're now 4-4. But where is the last one?
There are a lot of things chomping on that northern bunker wall now as well. Oh, and it's boosted. I didn't realize they had also boosted everything.
It does seem they boosted before they summoned the boss, though, because it did not have the boost. There's another Hunterling on the south side as well for Jose.
Which one is that? Is that the fourth or the fifth Hunterling?
It's the fifth one. 4 of them have already died. Because Hunterlings upgrade after they die, as opposed to when they're spawned like a boss.
So the difference in economy, although it is the biggest it's ever been, there's I think a somewhat negligible difference in the eco now. There is a 300 gold difference in the passive economy, but they are both above 1,000 passive income per tick now. So
there is a Cutilus that is coming in for the north wall for Malicious Eclipse. If it can get into the center, it can hit both walls at the same time. Ooh, it is chunking down that Renaissance wall.
They need to turn on that Moonwell, I think. They don't have it turned on. There you go. There it is. And now that is catching back up. I'm glad they spotted that. I did say they're going to need to keep an eye on that Moonwell.
So now when bosses spawn, they're going to be Cutilus for the next 4 bosses. And Cutilus, the thing about them is they have cleave damage. So if 2 things are close together, they're going to start smacking it really hard.
So we're starting to see damage being done to the energy of the Moonwells on the side of Jose. They're all down to about 50% or lower. They've got 2 here that have a bit more, the ones in the very middle, so the backup ones.
They do have another Moonwell on the way for the north side. If they can get another like 2 or 3 energy auras, I think they'll be set. But that's a hard ask.
And Villain is building another cute spawner in the middle of the base. So that is yet another spawner for the left-hand side, which is, you know, at this point, more spawners, guys. At this point, all more spawners means is more bosses. I think neither team cares about the small lings anymore. Although, one thing that's very interesting, look at the right-hand side of the base for Malicious Eclipse. There are lings filtering past the right side, and while this shouldn't matter, what it is doing is it has emptied the energy towers on the right-hand side of that base. Shouldn't matter too much, right? But if those are empty, they are going to be stealing the energy from the energy charges, which won't go to those 4 Moonwells.
It does look like they're planning on rain because they have, there it is. They have unlocked the Firelings against Malicious Eclipse, so now there's just going to be massive AoE damage. If one Fireling rains into the base, it can cause some massive havoc, even with the energy towers.
I love the upgrades though on the right hand side for Malicious Eclipse. 8-8 on the wall upgrades, and not only that, but 5 defense borers per on the north, 5 on the south, so that is 10 pretty much reaching the middle. Actually 9, one of them doesn't quite reach, but
Jose has 2 Cutilus attacking their right wall right now.
The northern bunker for Jose, that is going down. Oh, because everything is boosted. This is it. This is it. The rain to go as well. They are falling.
It's time to panic build a barrel and see if it helps.
Everything has fallen. The GGs are called, and I think that was a very good game. But I think they were catching back up with the economy and stuff like that, but I think maybe the economy had just fallen a bit too far behind. And like you say, with those upgrade costs at the end of the game there, a couple of panic upgrades, they were playing catch up. And although they played catch up very, very well, I think that maybe just, it caught up with them. Hey, I agree with that, my dude. Gold mines, please. That is a sentiment that falls close to my heart. Gold mines, please, Slime. Gold mines, please.
I didn't even do anything. It's not my fault that Malicious Eclipse is a little selfish and took all of the gold mines. I didn't tell them to do it. Just invite everybody to the game and leave arcade chat.
Now, I think if anything has been proven is that we do have a lot of people who play this game that are just they want to have a good game. They want to they want to have fair games and stuff like that. And one part of me wonders, with very sportsmanly players like Villain, they were cleaning up all of the spawners on their side, and I wonder if, with the very, very few gold mines that Jose were getting, whether they were maybe clearing up some of those spawners on purpose, just as a little, hey guys, we want to have a good game. Here's a little bit of a helping hand because it sucks. Everyone's been in that position where they're not rolling any economy, and that little here's a cheap bit of economy for you guys. I wonder if that was something they were thinking about.
Honestly, I did. Everybody does really want just a good match. They have a hard
Exactly,
time
right?
joining into a random lobby because you have no idea how much these people have played before, right? You might jump into a lobby and they're all new players, and it doesn't feel good to stomp on them because you know how everything works better. And it just doesn't feel good unless the other team is just as skilled as you. Otherwise, it's not really sportsmanlike, right? But
Exactly, exactly. And it's just more fun when the games are closer. Like everyone wants to win this. Don't get me wrong. Everyone wants to win this. But you also want to be having fun in your games. And the closer the game, the more fun it is. So
absolutely, absolutely. I do know both teams are kind of pressed for time right now, so they're probably sweating a little bit that the matches are going for so long. But fortunately, turning it to faster will definitely help
oh
there.
yeah, slap it straight up to faster as soon as we load in slime.
There we go.
There we go.
Now they're just bolting to the left and to the right.
Hey, same as before, left and right. Wait. Excuse me? Oh, what is this? I don't know what it is, but I fucking love it already.
This is this is a big what?
They have taken the rulebook and they have thrown it out the window. They are building outside of the base.
It's not against the
Okay,
rules, but
here
I'm
you go. No, 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 no. This is the mind games. Villain and Shadow, they have 100% seen this and they are going, what?
yeah, I mean,
Excuse me?
I think we're all going what right now. Maybe they're gonna go for an army build. Because as long as they have a bunch of troops around, they can go as big as they want with no worries if they upgrade only troops. But that
I
will
am
make them.
fascinated as to what they're doing right now. I am so excited for this game too. A bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off.
I am, I am flabbergasted right now.
Dude, I need to see how this screw meta indeed. Screw meta. I've only seen Ludwig and friends play StarCraft in a bro versus pros. I have no idea how this works. This works. Okay, so take everything you know about StarCraft and forget it, because this is not how this StarCraft works.
This is 100%. Yeah, they're going for a full troop build. That is what's happening here. They got some dragons.
I love this. I love this so much.
You don't really see troops in versus ever. This is new. I wonder if they've tested it to see if it actually works or if they're just going on a whim right now.
Okay, so question, is there any there is a 30 seconds cooldown on spawning spawners.
Yes.
What are the chances that you can just destroy every spawner and not let your opponents put spawners down?
It's possible. It will be very hard, especially if they catch on to it and start doing saving up for a spawner, a wave, and then a quick spawn. But even then, that's going to be
It's true. But
incredibly
if you've got
expensive.
enough army to deal with it, if you've got enough army to deal with it.
And you just encompass the entire map with your troops, it is possible. They got a Moopie. I wonder if they're going to go for it. A Moopie would be incredibly powerful if they go for just a full troop build. It is very expensive, though.
I am sorry, Shadow and Villain, but I want the other team to win this. I want Jose, the Hispanic Zealots, to win this just for this absolutely ballsy and unique strategy. I love it so much.
Wait.
This is going to be a great game.
Looking over at Villain Shadow, I'm curious if they're going to match it because they have troops.
Oh, they have.
Are they going to match the playstyle and go for a full? Are we getting a full meme?
But you were saying, like, you wonder if they've practiced this. You wonder if they've tried to do it with units before. And if they have done it with units before, even if they've done it as a joke, they have a better knowledge on how to do it. So if Shadow and Villain try to mimic their strategy, they're at a disadvantage because they probably haven't tried something this crazy before.
Looks like Shadow's waiting for some eco by jumping in and out of a barrel. Maybe it will give him some good luck.
It's exercise, you know. He's showing the grunts how it's done because grunts actually can't get in and out of barrel walls.
No.
So you know they need to be taught how to climb in and out of a barrel.
The Alkalite has a little coughing animation, but when he jumped out of the barrel, it looked like he was laughing at the grunts. Oh, they're actually going for a Moopie? There's actually a Moopie. For those that do not know, Moopie is love and Moopie is life. He is the most...
Oh my God, they've actually got one. They already had one on the left. The first Moopie of the game actually came from Niwa.
Oh man, this is gonna be ridiculous. I need to see. Are they? Oh, they're already upgrading their troops. They're 1-1-1. They do need some priests though.
Hear me out, Slime. There needs to be something on that spawner menu. There needs to be an option on that spawner menu to move every Moopie from your side of the map onto the enemy side of the map as offensive units.
This actually has been brought up to me before.
But they become offensive units. I love the idea of it.
It just gives them to the lings.
But they don't just beeline for towers. They still do their wandering aimlessly thing. But when they show up, they can be beasts.
They will.
Here we go.
Just annihilate. Oh, they got a Dryad there. That's going to be good for bosses because Dryads do poison damage just like nature towers, and poison damage ignores most armor.
Oh, look at this Moopie go. 13, 14, 15, 16 kills for this Moopie. Taking no prisoners.
Heading up very slowly towards that spawner.
This Dryad's gonna die. They need to, cancel that one. Keep an eye on your army, guys.
Oh, that Moopie's gonna take all of it there. Yeah, they should cut it down to the Moopie and the Moopie can take care of it, but they're going on another direction. Maybe towards the Dragon Tower.
They're gonna need some priests to keep those Moopies alive.
Yep, if they don't get some priests, they're gonna be in trouble. It does look like a Villain has one priest.
Let's go.
Oh, and Shadow's building a second priest for their team.
Moopie with 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 kills. Let's go, Moopie. That is 21 to 16.
Moopie is an absolute beast when it comes to units. Though you have no control of them, they're the second most powerful unit in the game. And that's only because of the Mega Tauren Marine.
So they are the most powerful unit in this game. Because there are no Megas in this. Oh, dodge that. Moopie, let's go Moopie. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. He's an absolute monster. With no mercy there from Moopie and 34 kills.
We have a second Moopie on right side with 0 kills. Oh, Moopie is killing a spawner.
Oh, let's go.
The grunts are coming in to help. This spawner is doomed.
This is absolutely glorious. Wait, what?
He moved his grunts and it pushed the Moopie out of the way because the Moopie has a low push priority. So he thought he was moving.
Could you use that to potentially hurt Moopie?
Yes and no. Eventually they're gonna snap back so hard that because they have a leash, if you push them too far, they go back to where they were before you started pushing them. And if you push them far enough, they're gonna just start getting like more and more aggressive towards getting back. You can move them all the way across the map with a big enough army, and you just keep them surrounded, but it is a bit tough.
Okay, that's one spawner on either side. Now, this is risk versus reward, right? So they have both gone for the army builds, which, I think a bit of fun, a bit of sportsmanship there, which makes it even more exciting. But you got to imagine, so as we were saying, a big part of having the armies will be taking care of the spawners. Sorry, the flip side to that is every time you take out a spawner, that is a cheaper spawner for your opponents to spawn in. So you are keeping the spawner rate down to keep yourself alive, but you are giving your opponents free economy. Or cheap economy. Not quite free.
Yeah. But when both teams are doing it, it doesn't end up being that massive of a deal. And at this point, they don't have much of a choice if they're going to go for a pure army build. I'm just going to take a couple sips of water and sit up straight. All right. Let's see. So they got the two moon wells to heal their troops when they come back. They only have the one Moopy still, I think. Wherever he went. Moopy? Where art thou?
Just
Oh, there he
next
is.
that scout tower.
He's hiding. The brown Moopy is hard to see because he does not have a bright color on his head.
I will say, just checking your chat there. I will agree. I think it's best if you at least keep your eyes off of stream and maybe mute the stream while you are playing in the game because it does give you a little bit of advantage because we are commentating on what's going on. But yeah, I don't think that's anything we've really enforced like quite firmly.
It doesn't do as much as you would think because of the delay with uh, the stream. However, the knowing the economy is quite a big, strong advantage. I can't sit up straighter. I'm already sitting up straight.
You're a slime. Can you even sit up?
I mean, I can change my body shape into a sitting up straight shape. I can just turn into a chair shape if I want to. You can't stop me. That barrel is still there.
We could force you into a box and that should stop you.
They have a Tauren chieftain, which is
I was
kind of
gonna say a Tauren Marine. That's cheating.
it's kind of a strange hero to pick when you don't have walls to repair.
Okay, so we got two upgrades on the right here, and we have two 1-1 upgrades on the left. So the upgrades are quite similar.
I wonder if they're gonna go for any hero upgrades. Probably not. Yeah, 222.
How do you actually check hero upgrades?
Um, it's hard to tell. If you look at their if you click on them, it has strength, agility, and intelligence. If you hover over each one, it tells you what they do. Those numbers will change. So if you look at strength, it gives the base hit points by 30. If they upgrade health, will go up to 35. Armor is 0.1, and if they upgrade armor, will go to 0.2, and mana from 15 to 20.
So we got a passive income of 70 or so for Jose the Hispanic Zealots. But we have a passive. Oh no, it's pretty much the same. It's only about 75 for Malicious Eclipse. I thought they were much higher, but it's just that Villain has all the eco on their team.
Both teams are really adamant about getting these spawners out, but it looks like Jose is just taking care of them just that little bit better.
As I say, if they've practiced this strat at all, they're going to be slightly better at it. Even if they've practiced it once with that bit of extra knowledge.
Unfortunately for them, though, they don't have the two Moopies, and that is going to make a huge difference Possibly.
They do not have the two Moopies, but if you check the Moopie kills, I believe their Moopie is the MVP, the MVM, the most valuable Moopie, because theirs has, I believe, more kills than the other two combined.
44 versus 8 and 24. Yeah, it does. Depending on what the Moopies do, it can make or break the
Oh,
situation for them, though. If they both head up into that corner like they are right now, it's not going to do anything for them.
they don't see this. Oh, they've got Dragon Roost. So the Dragon Roost. So for anyone that doesn't know how this game mode works, so you have upgrades split into basically like hero upgrades, defensive upgrades, or so like tower and wall upgrades, or unit upgrades. And there are a few things you can build in the game that actually go against sort of like the way that works. And one of which is the Dragon Roost. So the Dragon Roost is actually a building, but it gets its upgrades from units because it summons little welcons. So the Dragon Roost, although a building, they are going off the same upgrades that both teams are going for, which is why you are seeing them being built.
Yeah, and the opposite is true as well. There are one unit right now in the game that upgrades based off tower defense and damage. But I doubt we're going to see any of those guys this round. Yep.
Okay, we've got one barrel wall on the left. Okay, here is my question, Slime. How much is a hunterling? And could one single hunterling make or break this game?
A hunterling is 2,500 gold, and they upgrade 500 every time, or every time they upgrade, the cost increases by 500. So, yeah, one hunterling can make a massive difference because it does 3 times the damage to a unit. So I think the first one does 300 damage every hit to a unit as opposed to a wall where it would only do 100. But armor can help
They,
with that, and moon walls.
they are indeed building outside the walls. So for anyone just tuning in, both teams have elected to go for unit-only builds this time.
Triple moopies, jeez. As long as those moopies stay in strong positions, they're going to have a really easy time. But I think the biggest difference here is whichever team gets the most dryads, because dryads are going to be what take out the bosses. So if they do survive to that point, dryads are going to be the saving grace because they work just like nature towers.
Both teams staying on top of all the spawners. There are no spawners up on either side. Okay, we got an energy tower going down for Jose, the Hispanic zealot. Uh, Gonna be very useful if someone goes for the Ling Rain. Oh, look at this! Such a lovely spawn there, right next to the base, so they can take out that spawner instantly. Oh, but a second Moopie being built for Jose as well. So they are still only one Moopie down.
I think Jose are going to get an advantage because they are building more in their base. They are expanding those, so it's going to be very threatened. But they have like multiple farms, a gold mine and a pig farm. I mean, a blacksmith and a pig farm.
Oh dear.
Oh, we got a
Now,
death knight here. You don't usually see too many death knights.
we have actually seen one already in the tournament though, which is absolutely crazy.
When it was no unit or hero build, it was a death knight. That was very perplexing to say the least for me.
So whatever spawns in the top half for Malicious Eclipse, I think they die because they have three Moopies roaming the north side of the map.
Well, as long as the spawners spawn on the south, it gives Jose a chance. But if they spawn in the north, whew, they're gonna have a hard. That Moopy is hiding in the corner right now for Malicious Eclipse. He wants nothing to do with this.
He's seen too much war already, man. With those 24 kills, he's seen too much war already.
But someone asked if Dryad Poison increases with unit upgrades. It absolutely does, just like Nature Tower's damage increases. Let's see if we can find a Dryad right now somewhere. Here we go. So normally they start off at 10. It's at 11.72 right now. It's only got 2 upgrades, but uh, that extra 2 damage essentially is going to tick 5 times, I believe, if I recall correctly. So it's actually an extra 10 damage total.
Okay, another spawner on each side.
Oh, and some lings got in. Only 5, but still.
So we've now got the zoomlings in play. Are they called zoomlings?
Yep.
And they have that extra speed, which could be very deadly, because they can sneak up on your builders and just take them out so quickly.
As long as they're careful not to leave the range of the dragon roost, it will be fine, but if they do, it can hurt. Dragons do have the same threat as any other unit, so hopefully they will pull aggro. But the lings sometimes do crazy things.
We have another Moopy being built. We do have another Moopy being built. Wait, is that 2 Moopies about to be built? That is another 2 Moopies about to be built, if he does not die.
Oh my goodness.
He needs to get his army back here to protect him. Look at that Moopy go, though. Instantly built and instantly with 15 kills. Sorry, 14. He'll get another 2 here, though.
They are starting to fall behind on taking out the spawners, though. There was 3 up at once. Though that's not going to make... Oh, wow, they did not kill the top one. They left it. And now they're going back.
Loopy's taking out a spawner. Oh, but everything spawns on top of him. Here you go. He's got a fight.
Movie is doing a 200 damage a hit right now. He almost one-shots everything. Oh, Shadow went in, or Villain went into one of the barrels to keep himself safe from those cutelings.
One thing I'd like to point out right now is I'm looking at Villain's money, and he has got 2k. He is saving up for something.
He's probably saving up for a Hunterling, because they're not going to be able to do much about it. Not initially.
Another one? A 6th Moopy?
Or he's just saving up for all of those Moopies he's going to get, because they're getting expensive.
So the upgrades are fairly similar. We've got 334, 333, 333, and let's find Baron's units, 223. So the upgrades aren't too different right now.
However, Malicious don't have 3 pig farms like Hosea does.
Yeah,
And
they've
2
definitely
blacksmiths.
expanded their base plenty down here. They are sprawling.
The question now is, what's going to do better? This expanded base or the 17 million Moopies? And the 1 chicken that's still alive because of the army.
All 5 of those Moopies, or 5 of their 6 Moopies, are in the north side of the map, protecting and patrolling.
Fortunately, Moopy does have some health regeneration, but it is incredibly slow, so they might want to send their priests over to Moopies when they get a little injured just to make sure they never fall. Oh, there is a Hunterling on the side of Jose.
But this is somewhat good for them.
They're fleeing from the Hunterling right now.
That Moopy, you know, that Moopy did definitely just help them right there.
They're bringing Hunterling.
Taking a lot of hits from that Hunterling. Here we go.
I think they're hoping that the dragons will pull the aggro so that the dragons die, because they can be replaced easily.
There we go. Very nicely done, and that's 500 gold for them.
Now the next Hunterling is going to do, I think, 300 damage or 500 damage to... Ooh, how much damage is it going to do? I think it might be doing 500 damage to troops a hit. Though that armor will keep them from dying in 1 hit. Oh, now there's a Hunterling on the side of Malicious, but it's got 2 Moopies defending. Are the Moopies going to be able to do anything about it? No, it doesn't seem so. The Moopies are going to fall really quickly.
Down. But look how much damage they have done. That is like about 1/5 of the HP of the Hunterling, is it? About 1/6. 1/6 of the HP. Oh my god, that Hunterling just killed a chicken.
The Hunterling was mad. Maybe they
pulled
it to the Dragon Towers.
Oh no! But they don't have as many. Oh, they do. They've got 4 dragon towers here. They've built more since I last checked.
Yep. Hopefully they take out some of the
The,
dragons.
their hero just went down. The Tauren chieftain just died, I think.
Yep. Unfortunately, the Tauren Chieftain is also considered a unit, so the heroes are just taking extra damage. Unfortunately, they lost both their heroes.
So how is the Moopies looking? We have got, is it 2 Moopies on the left? Or is it just the one? No, I think we've got 2 Moopies on the left that I can see.
There's 5 on the right, 4 for villain and 1 for shadow. Clearly, Shadow is not trying hard enough because he only has the 1 Moopie. He's holding back his team. No, I'm just kidding.
Imagine having only 1 Moopie.
Both teams are dealing with 2 spawners right now.
Oh,
But
this Moopie's
unfortunately,
getting a bunch of kills over here for Jose. But is he getting overwhelmed a little bit? I mean, the Lings only have 4 upgrades.
I am now
And that
curious.
Moopie just cleans it all up.
I'm now curious to see if this is actually going to be a viable strategy. Are people going to attempt to do this against a base that's all bunkered up?
It would definitely be interesting because I'm wondering, like, they're playing a mirror match right now, but how would that change? Because upgrading the Lings, I feel like upgrading the Lings is gonna benefit a defending player more than a unit player. So does the player that's building a traditional base just upgrade the Lings a bunch?
That is a good point. But the thing about the troops is that they can pump out way more damage than any tower can. Just because you can have so many attacking one thing. You can only have a couple towers attacking, but if you have like some auras and a couple of dragon roots and you pull back to that with the moonwells, your army is just gonna chunk damage off anything that comes close to it. It is gonna just be a matter of who slips up first or who dies to hunterlings first. But yeah, you can see right now, I can't even check the level. The level is 5 and they're just getting melted.
Okay, this is an absolutely stupid and ridiculous idea,
Okay.
but I'm wondering if it's theoretically possible. Now, from what I remember you telling me, there is an area around every building in which a cute spawner cannot spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Could you, if you practiced it and you learned the spacing and you built some very cheap buildings, could you expand to take over half of the map, 3/4 of the map, so that spawners could only spawn in the other half, and therefore sort of like concentrating where you defend?
You absolutely can. But it would be a lot of work because that range that the range where the spawner can't spawn is quite small, so you'd have to have like quite a tight grid of buildings.
So let's say you started with this unit build like these teams have. But as you started the game, you've figured it out, you've practiced it beforehand, and you lay out a grid of basic towers, and you slowly cover the bottom half of the map, and then you slowly move north, and you can force the spawners to spawn further and further into a smaller and smaller area. And then if you do have armies, like you were saying, you could build a bunch of auras in one area and just basically hold the line.
This is exactly why there is actually a cooldown on the, or why there's charges for how many walls and towers you can have. This is exactly why it is a thing, because when Versus first came out and there was no limit to how many walls and you could build, that was actually something that people were
Oh
doing.
wow. I love it. I love it.
But yeah, you could essentially cover up the entire south or northern half of the map and only have to deal with this top side. But as Willie Quanta points out in my chat, it would easily be cleared out by a rain.
That is true. That is true.
But if you have enough moopies just wandering the maze of buildings, it can help. You could also do the same with troops, though. You can just put troops all over the place, spread them out. But that would be way more expensive because you now have
I
all your troops
think,
separated.
I think, and this is quite important. I think Jose have overtaken on the income. They were behind, but if I'm not mistaken, they have a combined 230 income-ish,
Yeah, they are just a little
whereas
bit ahead.
Malicious Eclipse are only on, I say only, but they're on about 180, so they have taken the lead. They have caught up there. Now, is that down to that hunterling? That hunterling wasn't cheap and doesn't give you too much income, right? So,
That might actually be because the no, because both teams actually spawned a hunterling.
oh, did they? Oh, they did. That
In
is right.
fact, I believe that Jose actually spawned it after the first one died, so it was even more expensive.
Is it all these gold farms?
I think it might be all the gold farms because they have quite a few going here. That's what, six, seven, nine. So that's 45 extra income that they're getting from gold farms. Oh, there's two hunterlings on the side of Malicious Eclipse right now. Will they
Wait,
be
where
able to
are they?
handle it?
Oh my god.
They're gonna kill one, but the problem is if they kill it that way, the other one is gonna upgrade immediately. They're not taking them down evenly. And now the other
Okay, that is one dead.
but the other hunterling is now significantly more powerful. It is doing 1,000 damage per hit to troops.
If they boost this, do they win?
They might, but a boost is going to be a very expensive thing that they cannot afford right now.
But there are so few dragons left. They are down to just a handful of dragons.
If they can successfully kill this, they will most likely win the match, though, if they spawn their
They
own
have
hunterlings.
spawned a load of lings. Shadow is hiding in a ball. Villain is dead. I think this is GG, and we will be going into a game 3. It's not quite over yet, but I think it is game. Is running. Is running.
He's trying to take out one of the spawners. He's got to have to run to one of the moopies.
Moopy.
If a villain can give Shadow his money and he spawns a hunterling, it might end up working.
Ah, the BMGG calling GG early on the other team.
Shadow now has the money. Is he gonna summon a hunterling? Can he afford a hunterling, actually? He can, just barely.
Okay, Fended Moopy is holding the line. Moopy is holding the line. Let's go. But that hunterling is coming. That hunterling's hunting down a Moopy.
Villain or Shadow just spot a hunterling, but there was no spawner, so the hunterling did not even
Oh
spawn.
no! Oh no! Mistakes were made. The last Moopy is gonna fall. 42 kills. 43 kills. But Moopy lives. Moopy lives. Was that villain throws himself to be eaten so Moopy may live?
Oh, that is unfortunate. There was a small, tiny opportunity if they got that hunterling out. But unfortunately, there just was no spawner for them.
And I just say though, respect to both teams for putting on one of the most, possibly the most interesting game of the tournament so far. That was so cool watching you guys both go for units. Absolute legends, guys.
It was a great game. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the finals. Not the finals, but the last round. Let's not mix the teams up. The question is, are they going to go once again for units? Or are we going to get more of a traditional build? I'm telling you, we four of us should go to a random lobby and just go army. Alright, we got three readies. Black Baron ready twice. Alright, here we go. Unit only versus mode when? I have thought about making a modifier where you can actually add things like that to your lobby, so you can pick like standard moopies only. But that's going to be a lot of work, so that's not going to come anytime soon. I still have some basic towers I have to balance properly. All right, what do we got going on here? They're going straight out of their base. Are they going to go to the bottom corner and work their way up? No. They're just building
In
out in
the
the middle.
middle. I love it, guys. I love it. No fear.
Now, are they going to match that energy, or are they going to go for a very traditional build here?
The question is, for me, do they wanna prove that they can beat them at their own game, or do they want to go for what I feel is a slightly safer win? I feel like, traditional is the better strategy, but I guess we'll find out. No, they're walling in. They're not falling into that trap again. So we will see a unit versus traditional game right now, and we will see how they compare and how it works out, and I'm kind of excited for it.
It's going to be tough for Jose. They're going to have to do everything they can to prevent Hunterlings from being massed upon them. Because those Hunterlings are going to be what's the end of them. Unless what happens is one of them goes for a tower build and the other goes for units. Because they could utilize the... I mean, guys, why are you making a penis, please? They could utilize the Trents, and the Trents are very powerful tanks. Already got 2 archers scouting at the top, making a very surprised looking face on the minimap. A scout tower right in the middle. They're probably rolling, that's why.
A nature tower? Okay.
Oh, already a pig farm for Shadow.
That is an early pig farm. Pig farms are not cheap. But they are valuable. Oh, we got 2 spawners.
It's a quick 2 spawners. They're going straight for that eco. They already have a farm and 4 gold mines, so they're going to have a lot of money to play with. Malicious only has a 2 gold mines so far, but that pig farm, if they finish it.
Okay, Shadow's on his way to take out this other spawner. Do they try snipe him? No, the sneaky little blink, not being caught out. But there is another spawner.
They're just pumping those spawners out on them. They're going to have to do everything they can to get their economy significantly higher in order to be able to win this.
Yeah, there you go.
They got a grunt heading towards the spawner with Black Baron
Keeps him
heading.
safe.
Just outshining that grunt in the strength contest there. Oh, we have some lings on the map now. Quite a few of them too.
They come. They've got no defenses for it. No units to defend.
They have no units and no towers. What are they going to do?
They've got a wall down.
They can fight for quite a while because those lings are still quite slower than them, but...
They have split them in half. Can they keep this alive? This is falling. Oh no.
This is not looking good.
Bad. They have... Oh, they've got the boulder tower.
They went straight for the ling rush, and it might actually pay off. They're going to fall so far behind, even if they do live.
Villain is low! Villain is 1 hit away from dying. He doesn't see the other lings coming. That is 1 builder down. The other builder is on 1 hit. Their entire base is falling. They went for units, and it might pay off. Villain and Shadow might be out of... I'm pretty sure they are out of the game right here, right now. I don't think they can come back from this.
If they do, that would be a huge shock, but it's not impossible.
The upset.
Got some going over that grunt.
Oh.
They turned around. Shadow can't see where they are. Is he going to try to blinking over to the wall, to the blacksmith? Gold mine. No, he's going to walk around. Will he be able to res Villain?
What are the other side up to right now? They've spawned in another spawner. They've spawned in more units. He can't get to
He's
revive.
going for it. Villain is alive. Villain is running. Shadow is... He used the walls wisely. What are they going to do about this? There's another spawner or some lings coming.
Is he going to go for it? Spawner out. Oh, but the upgrades! They're up to 7 upgrades on the lings! So that's 2 hits to kill a spawner!
Shadow has down! Oh no.
And there's already another spawner up.
They're still trying though. They're not giving up.
You gotta give him that. I've got a question. Do you just play a kiting game and spawn as much as you can on the other side and just try to outlast them with kiting?
They only have 36 lings up right now, and they got 12 up on the other team, so they have the potential of win if they just kite long enough, but it's gonna be nearly impossible. They're gonna have such a hard time. Shadow finished a grunt, but it
I
was
feel
already
like
at
they've
dead.
got to go on the offense. Here we go, but they've got two dragon roosts to defend with. I feel like maybe two dragon roosts is enough. But remember, they've been upgrading the lings, so these are no joke lings.
Yep, those dragons are still dying. Even though they got splash, is it gonna be enough? It is. But if they can manage to get out a couple more lings, it might be able to just turn this into a complete kiting game. There might be nothing on the map.
Oh wow.
They're still
They are
going.
still they're still trying. Villain, stop typing, my man. You do not have time to type right now. You need to keep kiting. There is another spawner. There is another spawner up. That is going to be more lings. Remember, guys, we can see where the lings are, but they cannot. Let's go into who are we watching here? Let's check out from Shadow's point of view to see what he can see and just how difficult this is to kite when you do not know where the other lings are. So we have Villain here. Let's watch Villain. Villain's going to kill this. What can he see? There's nothing on it. He goes for one hit. There you go. There's the quick spawn to try get the snipe on him. But he was expecting it. He jukes straight away. He goes back in. He didn't see that more over there. He goes in for the second hit. Can he get it? Oh, he just A-moved and accidentally hit a ling. He doesn't get the kill on the spawner.
One of
Oh
the biggest
no.
problems they have right now is that the lings, because they're so high up like rated, they're barely slower than them. They're 2.71 versus, what, 3.66 right now? It's less than one.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like this is a little bit of an upset. Like Shadow and Villain, they are very good players that know the game very well. And like that's not to diminish the other team in the slightest. They have proven themselves, but I definitely feel that, Shadow and Villain, I didn't expect them to go out in the first round here, and it's looking like that is exactly what's happening.
Oh yeah, they're gonna die when those zoomlings come out in a minute or two. It's gonna be a huge problem for them. They're not gonna be able to run and kite anymore.
So this
They're
is what Shadow can see right now. This is what the map looks like.
their opportunity is fading very quickly. Will they be able to do anything about it?
Okay, teamwork. They need the double hit on this.
But nothing's found.
There we go. And there's another one already. But they are just struggling for their life right now. They haven't been able to do anything back.
No, if they're gonna do anything, they're gonna have to spawn a spawner just before the next wave, like maybe a second or two before, and then pump in some cuteling waves while they're waiting for that.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
blinked right
no.
into a ling's mouth, but got away just
Oh
barely.
no. Ah, shadows.
He has one health left. Oh, if only he
Not
could get
even
inside
close.
Zeppelins, because he has a Zeppelin right now. Unfortunately, it's gonna do nothing for him.
Shadow, my man. Shadow. Oh my god. He has got he has got how many lings are here? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times about 5. That's about 40 lings.
Unfortunately,
Just
the
chewing
Zoolings
on
are
his
here,
heels.
and there's
Oh
nothing left they can do
no,
about
this is
this.
it. This is game. This is gotta be G fucking G. That is GG called. I cannot believe how that game went. That is.
So it seems like building for just troops can be a very powerful strategy really early on in the game.
Holy shit, guys. So I don't know if you saw that, but Villain is asked. There you go. Yeah, you did see it. So okay.
What a complete turnaround there. Whew. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up Villain right away because I know everyone's constrained on time. Let me unmute him as soon as I figure it out. Hello, Villain.
Howdy doodly.
How how, how do you
That
feel?
Oh, we came in, we were gonna do our thing, but we've been looking forward to this tournament for weeks, ever since you first announced it. But unfortunately, here this past Thursday, a bunch of real life stuff started happening, and I've just been super busy this weekend, and my head wasn't really in the game. For some reason, when those lings were coming, I decided to build at the top instead of the bottom. I didn't even notice that the spawner was at the bottom. That's how distracted I've been today. So I feel like I let my teammate down, unfortunately.
It is unfortunate, but you guys played a pretty good game. I appreciate the sportsmanship of going and mirroring the unit build on the
Well,
second
it
round.
was a, it was a fun idea. It's unfortunate we didn't anticipate that, and we could have just gone the regular route, but we decided why not? It's a tournament, it's a show match, first tournament, whatever.
Right?
But yeah,
No, I
they had a
love
much
it.
better starting position for that than we did. So
You're just gonna have to come back in the next tournament and come back even stronger.
that's right. Next tournament, hopefully everything will be a lot better. But yeah, real life gets in the way, but hey, that's just how it goes. But good job to the other team. They had a really good strategy. The early units or the early sending wings thing, noticing that we were not ready for it, that was smart. They got those early dragon roosts to cover their butts. It was a good play. I'm not gonna lie.
They made for very entertaining games, guys. So that was
Well,
absolutely great, and you both played so well in all three matches.
in the end, that's the point, right? Give a good show for all the fans.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah,
It
well,
was really appreciated.
yeah, it was a pleasure to play. Thank you for having us in the tournament, and we very much look forward to the next one.
Thank you very much for playing.
Yep, GG's.
All right, you have a good one, Villain. I know you
GG's.
gotta go.
Yep, I have a lot of work to do. Bye bye, guys.
Bye. I know the other two are also short on time, so I'm gonna pull them up, see if they have time to say a couple of words.
You don't even
Baron.
get to talk to Shadow.
Nope, Shadow had to go right away.
Oh,
Hi,
good man.
Nye and Baron. I just brought you up to the Twitch streaming and
Hi.
unmuted you. How do you guys
Hello.
feel?
That's fun.
Oh, that's interesting.
That was the
So
most interesting match we have seen yet. I will be honest. We've seen some crazy things like people killing themselves by accident or a wall dropping down to literally less than 50 health but recovering. But that was something new.
Yeah, we saw this strat from like another guy playing the regular defense, so we thought we'd try it.
Did you
And
have
it
any
also came from
practice?
Iowa.
So have you ever practiced that unit only built before, or was it
Yes.
something you've seen? Wow. Okay. So
Yeah,
you
we
had that
practiced.
slight advantage when they decided to mirror you. Were you feeling confident?
No, that was unexpected. We wanted to see what would happen
Yeah.
if we went against a traditional build.
Well, you went up against a traditional build in that last game, and you hit them when they weren't expecting it, and everything fell apart. That was so well played.
Yeah, for us, we hate
That was
meta.
funny.
We have to break meta every time, so hopefully we'll see something interesting in the other players in the tournament now, instead
Question
of
is,
wolves.
are you going to bring something else to the table in the next round that you have made too?
Honestly, our smooth brains, we're not sure. We're a bit too smooth brained to figure something else out, but we'll probably figure something dumb to do.
All right, well, I'm really looking forward to that. I know you guys got a busy day, so we won't keep you here too long,
Cool,
but
thanks for having us.
thank you for
Right,
playing.
Having us.
GG and congrats, guys.
GG.
GG and
Thank you,
congrats.
thank you.
See you in the
Thanks.
next round.
I'll let you guys know when your next round is.
Got
Cool,
it.
sounds good. Thanks.
All right, have a good one.
We'll kick ourselves.
Oh, okay. There we go. I didn't have to do it. Nice. All right, well, that was.
They
I'm
were
s
games that just happened.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still a little like processing what just happened in those games. That was just. Whew.
Like I think like that first game, like it like the catch up, the no gold mines, it's easy after those second two games to forget that the first game was a really good game as well, and that it just came down to, it seemed like bad eco rolls on one side. Then we had that crazy second game, which, mad respect, they went for the mirror match and it made for an exciting game. But for me, that third match, I feel like Villain and Shadow, they were definitely going, okay, let's go for a traditional build against them. And then they just got caught off guard.
Yeah, if they didn't pay enough attention to that southern spawner, and that just bit them in the ass so hard, they had nothing for it. All their defenses were on the north, and there was just.
Like you said, like, I think this is the thing to remember, guys. Like, when you're coming into a tournament, you're not just playing your best game. You're not just you are coming in as a person that's just coming to play a game that you enjoy, and other stuff can distract you. You're not going to be playing perfectly if your mind is elsewhere, and it's just something that happens sometimes. So unfortunate for them, but I hope they still had fun, and it sounded like they did.
Yeah, it's not like they're professional players. They're not getting paid to do this, right? So they can't take their entire
Yeah.
life and throw it out the window just to focus 100% on this. They don't have hundreds of hours to practice, like, so it's very
You mean there isn't a
excusable.
$1 million cash prize for winning this tournament?
I mean, if I could, I definitely would, and I'm definitely thinking the next tournament might have a buy-in so that there will be a prize pool, make it a little bit more exciting and even more enticing. Though it won't be massive, it'll be very, very small. It'll still be nice.
That would be good fun, I think.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a crazy match. I will definitely be posting the replays after the next match tomorrow because I, it, everybody probably wants to actually see what the in-game replays are like. And yeah, I'm super excited for the match tomorrow. When is that happening? Let's see.
So I was just looking at that. That says 9 p.m. on May 17th. So for me, I believe that is 10 p.m. tomorrow.
Uh,
Um, so
it's
that is in about 12 hours. Is that right?
no, it's in 26 hours.
Sorry. Yeah. I meant to add on 24 hours plus 2. I added on 12 hours plus 2 because I'm an idiot. Um,
It's all fine.
but yeah.
It's
No, no,
26
no. So
hours and
it's
20 minutes from now.
But yeah, no, it's 10 p.m. tomorrow. I got that bit correct at least. As for what the brackets look like, so it's to explain how the brackets are working. Due to the fact that with Slime has been trying to fit in all the teams so that they can play at a time that works for them. Hence why we've been casting games at 5 a.m., at 6 p.m., at 10 p.m., at all times of day and night. So it won't be a traditional, if you progress through the brackets, you will be playing the other team that progressed through the brackets next to you. It will be progressing through to the next round, and then Slime will be matching you based on, I believe, what times you can play. So
Yeah, so there are two buys in the next round, just because of the way the tournament lines up. But just because we don't have enough teams to make sure there wasn't any buys. But those two buys aren't guaranteed to be pajama or the next match tomorrow, whoever gets through. It's just gonna be based off time. Though, yeah, yeah, that's it.
So I guess this is something I should probably put to you afterwards rather than now, but have you considered something like taking losing teams and getting another team to progress, like almost making it into a double elimination type thing? So that way you have less buys for the next round.
Um,
It would also give some of the losers a second chance. But like it's up to you. It's, as I say, it's the first tournament, so there's a lot of stuff up in the air. It's learning for everyone. And I think the main thing is as long as people are having fun, right? That's the main point of this, say. Rather than
yeah,
it being an extra super serious tournament.
initially when there was only like 8 teams, I was gonna have a double bracket system, so there was a comeback possibility. But because there are like literally a dozen teams now, I didn't do it just because I thought it would be quite a few matches to kind of take care of right now when I'm still, you know, I have a lot on my plate right now with um, making the standalone version of this game on for Steam, and also updating the the map regularly, and also, you know, now I'm trying to start some Twitch streaming. So I got a lot on my plate, so I didn't really want to double down on the tournament even more and extend it to be like a month-long tournament. I'm sure some people want their updates to come out soon.
So what Slime is saying is go support him on Patreon, guys. He needs that support so he can keep making this game that you guys are enjoying.
Only if you can afford it. Don't worry about it too much if you can't. I still appreciate you all being here. I love you all. Thank you very much for watching.
Yes,
You
there
make
is a
this.
standalone version being developed. That is correct. It is in early days, but there is a standalone game being developed.
Yep. This week I have to work on it a little bit more, but it's getting closer and closer to being showable at least. Though it's gonna look like crap because it's all just boxes right now. I still haven't done much art for it. I did draw a coin though.
I'm
But-
proud of you.
Right?
Okay. I think that's it for now. I'd say, I think, is it the last game of the first round will be, as we say, 10 p.m. For me, it will be 10 p.m. tomorrow.
Yep. 26 hours from
So,
now.
what two teams will that be? I'm trying to see what team it is. I can't.
That's gonna be Wet Lotus and TC Corporate Logo Ship. It's your favorite artist. The ones with the very beautiful flower.
Yeah. Anyway, we have that to look forward to tomorrow, guys. No, Slime, thank you very much to all 4 players today. Thank you guys very much as well. You put on some really entertaining games, so
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate all of you. You did such a great job. I have been surprised almost every match now, and I am looking forward to seeing what happens in the next round and the next match tomorrow. It's going to be great. And thank you again, Mousy, for coming along. It's
always a pleasure.
been great.
Even if I had to rush dinner.
I'm sorry I made you eat fast. Hopefully you don't get bad digestion issues.
I'll show you later, Sim. Okay, thank you very much, Slime. I will talk to you later. I'll catch you tomorrow, and have a great evening, dude.
All right, you have a good one.